Hello YouTube and welcome back to the Nitro Addiction. How's everybody doing today? Beautiful day. Hello baby doll, how you doing? Awesome guy, what's up brother? Let's get my computer set up here, we'll get to it. Alrighty, we're ready to go. How's everybody doing? It's getting hot here. It was like 102 or something today. Car said 111 when I got in it. I don't think that's real accurate. Alright, so I think what we're going to do tonight, if you guys remember from last night, just kind of squeaky. Everybody was saying it needed to be cleaned, so we're going to clean it up basically one side at a time, try and get rid of the old squeakies. Only problem is right now they're working on the water line. They found a leak. It's supposed to be on by like, I don't know, within the hour or so. So I'm not really going to have any water to do what needs to be done. Damn, Alfred, what'd you do to everybody in the chat? Ain't nobody there. Did you kick them all out? So I don't know if that's in the shock, if it's in the hinge, where exactly it's coming from, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, that thing was tight. Bob's RC, what's up? These tires are staying glued together pretty good, but I'm gonna clean them up a little bit so I can get a bead of glue down in there. What's that little symbol by your name, Often Guy? What is that? Is that a king number 2? I've never seen that before. What is that? Nitro Pimp's got it too. What's up? How's it going, brother? I've never seen those before. Travis is in the house. What's up? Is that like a little emoji that's giving you, or is that something that they're putting by? What is that? Your wife is number one. Yes. All aspects. What's going on, brother? Thumbing through 100 old mag, getting ideas for videos. Nice. What's going on, Big Boys Toys? How's it going, brother? Thanks for joining in. Super chats for real shit. What? I'm doing good, all aspects. How about you? Alright, so I'm gonna see if I can pinpoint the squeak. Can't tell if it's in the shock. All aspects has it too. Yeah, everybody's throwing them up there. I'm number one. I got a crown. Is this something new that's popped up, or is it just an emoji, or what? This is Love Me Red Kitties. I've had a couple of them back in the day. Steve, what's going on? How you doing, brother? I don't know what it is, but I want one. Fly High is back again. What's up, brother? How you doing? Hell yeah, got ourselves a new regular. Appreciate all my regulars. Come on, get out of there. Come on, get out of there. I don't think this stand is helping us at all. Just after 1 a.m. and he's still up and hanging out with us. Oh yeah. Yeah, it seems like every time we get the UK guys or Ireland or whatever the case is, it's always like the middle of the night there. So we appreciate you being up late and hanging out with us. Yeah, Travis, you tell them. Let me be entertained before I hit the button. He's pulling a rinks on me. Are you not entertained? Well, I mean, all we're doing is hopefully there's some boring ass maintenance, but this hinge pin doesn't want to come out. Come on. He won't entertain us. He refuses to pop one of these bad machines off. Yeah. Save that for special occasions. I don't think that's the problem anyways. So we're gonna put that back on and focus somewhere else. Almost seems like it's in the sway bar. That thing's tight. Oh, you know what? I forget. These damn Technos, they put screw. No wonder. I forgot about it. They put screws here that hold this in place. Good thing I didn't start beating on it like some people do. Ah, there we go. Yeah, I totally forgot about this. This is one of the only vehicles I have that uses screws like this to hold it in place. They're just little grub screws, and it squeezes up against that hinge. Oh, excuse me. It's definitely rings, and he threatens to take his legs back all the time. Just after 8 a.m. out there in Australia. Oh yeah, it's starting to get cold out there. So I think you guys are moving into winter right now, aren't you? You're here soon enough with his shenanigans. Travis knows them all too well. Kyosho P10 SRT, OS engine, Kyosho Ultimate 87. I don't know what all those different numbers are, but it's a Kyosho. The SRT, is that the like the stadium truck? Tell it just oh, nice. He put up his 10 favorite RCs today. Who's that, Nitro Pimp? Yeah, I didn't get the notification. I get a lot of the notifications, but I didn't get one today. Nitro vintage and modified two-wheel drive. Oh, nice. FG Martyr and a Losi 5T also. Nice. I got a Baja. Oh, Talbot put up his top 10 favorites. Yeah, if you want to know if an RC's tough or not, just I'm sure he's bought it and bashed it and broke it. I'm almost thinking that squeaking noise is coming from the sway bar. Sandwalls are good radios. Yeah, Bajas are good fun. Oh yeah, it's a blast, but I broke the gears in it. The engine's too big. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way, but it's too big for the gears. Yeah, I think all that squeaking noise is coming from the sway bar. Yeah, so I won't be able to really use water, but I'm gonna hit this with the brush anyways and try and get rid of some of this extra dust. I don't know when they're gonna have the water back on. Okay, some of it's probably in the shock as well. Yeah, I need to do a good rebuild on these shocks. Yeah, so once we got the other Techno running full speed at the track, I'll strip this thing completely down, clean it up, see if there's any parts that need to be replaced. But I don't want to strip it down just yet. Got Taylor 40 GT and the, oh nice. Those Taylors are nice engines. When they were at home in UK model shops, had them on back order, but only got a handful. Huh. I mean, like hen's teeth here in UK, hard to find. I'll show you mine. I don't think I've showed you my Baja. like I said, I broke the gears, so I'm gonna get some replacements. But SRE Super 60. This is a scope pod, and it's got that big crazy Bartolome pipe that goes on it. Yeah, it's fun. And it was running good until I thought it'd be funny to kind of try to whip it around. You know, straight line, we're good. But try to whip that bad boy around, the gears do not like it. I'd like to put some Taylor gears in it, but hell, that's like buying a whole nother RC. All the videos I've seen on those 40 GTs, they seem like they're badass engines, but I've never had one. Super 60 is in a Baja. Crazy. No wonder you put out the back end. Yep. Yeah, I've got some videos. There's a couple lives that I did probably 2 months ago where I was running it, and it was a good time. But yeah, the gears don't like that big ass engine for sure. Where's my Mugen that you're gonna sell me for my birthday? It's sitting over there on the floor. I think next week we'll swap out the arms on live. Cause like I can't set the droop screw on. I think 3 out of the 4 arms are it's stripped out. So I can't set it properly. But I mean, other than that, there's nothing really wrong with the arms. It just those holes are stripped for the droop screws. Let's see. Yeah, I think part of the problem is the way that these these screws pinch against the sway bar to hold it in place. I think that's part of the squeak, and I think the other part is within the shock itself. Just from getting some dirt in there. But let me get my tub. Oh, the water's gurgling. We may have it back on now. I'll be right back. Well, earlier when I tried to turn it on, I didn't hear any bubbling, but now it's bubbling, so leads me to believe that they're getting things turned back on. Let's see. Mark Ninja, what's going on, brother? Let's see. The sway bars, make sure there's and don't have them too tight. Oh, you mean so these set screws, you're not supposed to have them tightened up? Yeah, the newer model that I have, they float in there instead of like a bushing. I think once the water comes back on, I'm going to take that wing, take the wing off and actually wash it. Okay, let them move a bit. Okay. So you tell me I've been doing it wrong the whole time? I mean, probably. I still think part of the noise is coming from a shock. Are they supposed to be completely loose? Let it free float in there? Yeah, let them move to allow the car to flex in the corners. I got you. I guess I assumed when I was putting it back together that that was a part of the, the way that they worked was to tighten that. But like I said, I'm new to this. I'm what they call a basher, trying to pretend like a racer. Now racing's fun. It's fun learning all the new stuff I've been learning with these cars on how to set them up on the track and stuff. Yeah, probably after this weekend, I'm gonna strip this down and get it cleaned up real good. Looking kind of janky. No more squeaky squeaky up front. A little bit of squeaky squeaky in the back. Yeah, I think that's in the shocks. I mean, they're old, they're probably original out of here and probably never been rebuilt. Yeah, I think I turned the water back on. It's trying to build up enough pressure to get here. Mark Garcia, what's up? They have an air compressor at the track. Oh, I know. They were at Thornhill last week, and the generator wasn't running. But before I hit the track, I'm gonna blow the rest of it out. But yeah, so I couldn't get it cleaned up last weekend. There's a few guys, I think they spend more time at the air compressor than they do on the track. I have enough to build 2 more minus engines. Are you talking about the Twin Titan? Like down like 28s for what they are. 2.8 truggies that rip. I've still got 2 brand new, or is it 1? No, I think I have. Yeah, I've got 2 brand new Dynamite 28s still in the box, and then I've got a big red that has like 2 tanks on it. I need to finish breaking in. Well, now that they're discontinued, I'm gonna wait even longer to run them. Yeah, on the Twin Titan. Yeah, that's crazy. You don't see a lot of those around, and you have what? How many did you say? You have 3 or 4 of them and 2 more to build? I have 4 and enough to build 2 more. Damn. That's crazy, bro. It's awesome. But yeah. What's going on, JW? How you doing, brother? It's freaking hot here. It's hot here too, bro. It was like 102, I think, today. Something like that. Man, I wish the water would come back on. So I can wash my hands before I start messing with the air filter for this thing. Oh, we do need to charge up the battery. Yeah, so hopefully here pretty soon I won't have to keep taking these covers off to charge the batteries. But we shall see. Running the ProTech 2600. By Saturday it'll be around 108. But back in the 80s or 90s by Monday. Yeah, it's been doing that here a little bit too. Get real hot for a few days and then cool back down. All right. So that's pretty much all we was gonna do with this is just try to clean it up a little bit. Like I said, when I get some running water back in, take the wing off and wash it. I'm thinking about putting the yellow wing back on here, seeing how that looks. I think it originally had the yellow wing on it. I've never sold a nitro. That's funny shit. Welcome back, big boys. Battery looks like it's seen better days. It's just dirty. I need to get more of a like a spacer put in here to help hold it still. I got some of those little foam deals that come with like the batteries, you know, that hold it in the box. Got some somewhere. But no, that battery's in good shape. It's just dirty. It's not swollen, not cracked, none of that. Good times. Didn't break some rusty ass Escape. Died twice, heat index of 103, damn. Yes, sir, big boys. RPM, what's going on, brother? How you doing? They have 57 in Ireland. Nice. I love those temperatures. I do not like the heat. And no, I didn't choose to be down here in Phoenix. I was kind of voluntold, if you know what I mean. I can turn my carburetor a little bit more. Man, once you lock them in there, they're tight. Yeah, it needs to turn a little bit. That looks better. And now we're cooking. Gene Edwards, what's going on? Welcome to the show. This is Nitro Good. Nitro is awesome, brother. Welcome, welcome. Working on a Mugen Seiki MSX3. Just waiting on some screws and she'll be a runner. Nice. One of these days I'd like to get an on-road. I've been saying that for years. But always end up with the off-road. Took care of most of the crud. I think all that squeaking that's left is in the shocks themselves. I think I'm gonna get one of those Protect finisher wings, like what's on that newer Techno, and put on this. Oh, hey, Rinks made it. Oh, King Nerd himself. Okay, well, I don't think it's the shocks, which is a good thing. Brandon Watts, what's up? How you doing, brother? Glad you can make it back. Just became our newest member last night, so everybody congratulate Brandon. Yeah, this truck's leaking. And it's always covered up here on top, so I'm almost wondering if the cap is cracked. What I need to do is top it back off with some oil and see if I can figure out where it's leaking from. Yeah, I just did these shocks. I think it was last weekend. Someone is stealing your ride, bro. I don't know whose that was. What is the recommended oil for the rear shocks? So being that it's hotter down here, the guys around here running like 525 in the rear and 625 in the front. I think the recommended from Techno was like what 500 and 500 or something, or 400. I don't know. I'm just trying to do what the local racers are doing, and everybody keeps saying that 525 and 625 are good numbers. Let's see, in this 42, this doesn't have the CST number on it. One of these bottles had it. So the 37 is 463. The 32 or 42, when I was looking it up the other day, it's right around 4 or 5 to 525, maybe 530 or something like that. If that bladder's bad. Yeah, the bladder may be allowing more oil to come out this bleeder hole than what should be. But I don't know. See what kind of rebound it has. Oh, I hear the water starting to trickle. Hold on a second. Sweet. Water's finally come back on. W30 Castro GTX really rinks. Yeah, these shocks got high waters on. These were the long boots meant for the rear shocks. And I don't know if these gold titanium ones are longer than the stock or what. Sweet. So it's like there's no, I don't feel air in there, and there's no spring back on it. Man, of course, down here, you know, the hotter it gets, the thicker you're supposed to run the oil. Looks like there's a tiny hole up here, like it's got another bleeder hole or something. Yeah, that's where the oil is coming from. There's a little tiny hole inside there. After pumping it up a few times, yeah, you can see it come out of there. Oh, gotta get it on camera though. So I think the bladder in this one is bad. Maybe it's just not seated well. Stand up. I don't have a. Well, I guess. I don't know if this has holes for the shocks or not. Oh, yes I do. Aw, get in there. No, they don't fit very well. I don't know if that's meant for the shocks or not. Took the water. Now I gotta take a whiz. Well, they found a leak somewhere in the complex, and they had a plumbing company come fix it, and they had to shut the main off to the complex. And it was trickling, and now it has stopped. So it leads me to believe that they didn't get it completely fixed. Or something, I don't know. I need to see if I can find me some a rebuild kit for these Techno shocks. And this is the only one that's doing it. I mean, it looks decent. I don't see any tears in it, or any spots where it was like pinched. Ah, found it. Yeah, it's like it looks good, but then it does have a tear right there. I don't have any replacements for it. There, the water's coming on. I'm gonna let it run for a few minutes. What's going on, JP? How you doing, brother? Definitely faster lubrication hole. Pull the servos out and give it a bath, Nitro Pimp said. I'm going to, just not before this weekend. Because it's just going to get dirty, and I'm going to run it and then basically clean it up, and probably it'll sit for a while while I run the 2.2. So yeah, it is going to get a bath. Yeah, that sucks. I got a bad bladder. I don't think I have any. I got a whole bag of replacement parts, but I'm pretty sure there's no bladders in there. Oh, torn rubber. So I had my firstborn. Please wash it. What, the car? Does it bother you that much? Man, it's just gonna get dirty again. I have OCD. I hear you. Well, I mean, the shock's not perfect. I mean, it's actually not right at all. I think it'll get me through one more weekend until I can get a bladder for it. Man, that sucks. Trying to think if I have any. No, totally different. I think these are going to be too big. A different length. Well, it ain't gonna be perfect. We're gonna run with it. Like it was the same way last weekend, and I know that because it had oil all over it, and it ran pretty good. So we're just gonna go with it. I know it's not right. I need to look on eBay and see if I can even find the kit. Pretty sure it's still available. What's up, Lotus? How you doing, brother? Try gluing the bladder? I haven't thought about it. I don't know. I don't know if that glue will stick to it. Probably have to go wash it and get all the oil off of it. Bunch of little crowns. Just something to put on our egos, I assume. Right? Went to run the boats in and forgot the igniter. Still no Kyosho of it. Jay says, try the tire glue. What's up, Nick B? How you doing, brother? All right, JP, we'll give that a shot. I'm gonna have to clean the shit out of it though. We'll go hit it with some Dawn to get the oil off of it, and then we'll see what the glue does. Wish I had some shoe goop because it's flexible. Oh, what do you think? This or the tire glue? Freaky little. What's the couple grams? Yeah, I was asking the same thing. So when you guys go to type a message, it's just there. Looks nice enough to sell on eBay. Your water when you're ready to lose. See how big of a mess I can make. Almost had the bladder stuck to me. Alright. About super chats. Click on it, I'll tell you. Oh. Click on what? Super chats? It wants me to give myself $2. It's always about getting people to spend more money. I tried clicking on the crown and it didn't show me anything. Jay says, I want it. A taco. let's see. I guess I'll just read y'all's chats while we're letting the glue dry. Crown fried chicken. Oh, you have to spend money to have access to it? Oh, Race doesn't have access to those emojis. Brandon does though. Brandon can use those emojis all day long. I think membership is good for 75 experience points. That's all it's been anyways. But not everybody that's been putting the crowns up have, not all have spent money or become members, so I don't know what the difference is. He says, I got a guy. Yeah, but you can't do it on your own. About member and maybe that too. Can you stop it, Riggs. Can you put it up there, Lotus? Still stuck at 75. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't looked into it yet, so I couldn't tell you what you got to do to get it. I think all the glue just leaked out. Could throw those up there. Travis got it. Serpent is a mean machine. Thanks for the suggestion. Yeah, them serpents are pretty nice. I've always wanted one. Sitting on my deck, drinking a beer surrounded by blossoming cherry trees. Hell yeah. Crown for that. Lotus is founder membership of the channel. I showed that Howard Hughes, never seen it before. Yeah, often got some kind of little placard thing that says, what did it say? That you were the first, or you were the founding member or something. I was like, what the hell is that? Was first, I was second member. Yeah, exactly. That's what. So I don't know if it's. Because I mean, it's been over a year now. I don't remember who was first at what. I know you guys are the first two members. I don't know if out of the group that's here now, if Offna was one of the first commenters, which I don't remember. But somehow he got it. I've seen it. Yeah, Travis, you get that thing fully broke in? Crown number 3. What's up with 1, 2s, and 3s? So what was Pimp number 1 and Offin number 2 and Travis number 3 on that? We were all here and enjoying the heck out of his work. Oh, my simple work. Seriously, just broken in completely. Hell yeah. Have you taken it apart and looked at the insides now that you got it broken in? Started as number one, but was quickly demoted. You're number one again. Yeah, I don't know where the numbers come from or how you get the crown. I have no idea. Because Elton has left super chats in the past. Yeah, maybe. But Nitro Pimp hasn't left any super chats that I'm aware of. Not that I noticed, anyways. Back to number one. It's mine, all mine. Yeah, I don't know. That's weird. No, sir, not yet. Maybe after I completely go through a gallon. Yeah, I mean, you can do it now, then, whenever. I like to go through it and look at it. You'll see a ring around the inside of it, and you know, like the polish ring. And once that ring's complete, according to people like Tasty B, you know, that's basically your engine's fully broke in at that point. Yeah, I just like taking it apart and checking it out. Yeah, I've tried clicking the crown, and like when I go into the chat, like I don't see any crowns, so I don't know how you guys get it. Maybe I block Pimp off and then Travis Dobby first. They only give one founder membership, and Offna has it. Never broken down an engine before. It's pretty simple, bro. You've seen me do it a bunch of times. Exactly, Brandon. The time is now. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but the glue is there and dry. See the crack right there, and it's sealed with the tire glue. It's kind of stiff there now, of course, but really all we need is for it to hold the oil in. Put that on my agenda the next week. Yeah, I mean, you don't have to. Some people do it, some people don't. I like tearing them down and just. I've always torn my engines down and then rebuilt them. You know, things come loose. You know, whatever. But I just like to check them out. Nothing personal. I just need that crown. Don't tempt him. He'll try it. Only Nitro 8 can. Lotus type number one. I don't think he meant like that. No clue, no rhyme, no reason. Yeah, exactly. No idea. All right, let's see if our glue's gonna hold up. Just need a corner rolled up. I did the same thing that I did earlier, and so far nothing's coming out. So it looks like it's gonna hold for the meantime. Thank you, Jay, for the suggestion. I think Brandon even threw the suggestion out there as well. Hell yeah. It might hold and it might not. Look at you go, Lotus. Thank you, sir. He says, fire up that nitro. I can't. We'll just fake it till we make it, right? JP says, I hope it works well. Well, we'll find out. I think we start slamming it around at the track, it'll probably probably knock it loose and start losing some oil, but that's all right. We'll fix it eventually. So I ended up turning this a little bit and make sure it's still the same. 19.5. Yep, still the same. Actually, let's see. It's, there's no, well, very little squeaky. A good cleaning will help it, but we'll see what it does when we put the shocks back on. And night. Bury day tomorrow. Not sure what bury day is, but appreciate you being here, brother. Have a good night. Brandon Watts says, you got it now. I got it fired up now. If I was at home, I'd take it out to the garage, open the garage door, and yes, we would fire it up. But I can't in this apartment. I know you guys feel let down. Lotus is going to start asking for his money back. But I can't do it in here. It would be cool. Damn wing mounts in the way. Big Boys is back. Got it. But I can't. Fire that thing. You guys are funny. There's a couple channels out there that'll fire up inside of the apartment. Unfortunately, I am not one of them. I'm afraid to. Now you guys gonna peer pressure me, huh? Bully me into it. This place is going downhill. I can't even get kibbles around here. If you don't, at this point, it's just plain disrespect. Oh, fine. It's gonna be fast, though, so don't miss it. Come on, get in there. So I got anxiety, bro. Trying to take your mind off of things. How'd you get the crown? Just gotta constantly remind yourself everything is and will be alright. Had one, but I just took it away. So what is that what you guys were saying earlier? Whoever talks the most? Texas Aggie, what's up? Bottom stop screws were reverse thread. Yes. So, and to be honest with you guys, the way this is set up, and I can't remember if it was left side or right side. One side's supposed to get the black screws, right-handed thread, and the other side's supposed to get the silver screws, left-handed thread. Front and back, I think, are the same. But at this point, I don't know which way that these have been turned, and I don't want to swap them around, try to put them in the right place, and the threads have already been done in reverse, and then it'd be stripped out and I lose the screw. So we're just gonna keep the lefties in the back and the righties in the front. I know it's not right. I don't know why they do that on these. Still squeaking. I'm gonna see if we can just clean this up. Maybe that would be part of the problem. But yeah, so these screws aren't in here 100% right, as like I said, as opposed to like the location. And I'd have to look at the manual to see what's what. But it's supposed to be, and I don't know if they go like from the left side and the right side if they turn towards each other. I don't know the reason for it, but I'm pretty sure that since these have already been in there wrong, it's just going to mess up the threads, so we're just going to leave it alone. I might have a set of new arms. If I have new arms for front and rear, I decide to replace them, that would probably, then I'd be able to put them in there right. Yeah, see with this thing not hooked up, course, the dog bone's not in there, but now it doesn't squeak, so it's got to be in this part here. I need one of those ball joint deals. It's got like a little tip on it that goes through there and pushes it. So what do you guys think? If I put a drop of oil in there, it's just going to collect a bunch of dirt and make it worse, or is it going to help? What do you guys think? Right screw on the right and left screw go on the left. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right and left. No. Like I said, I just don't remember what the manual itself said, but thank you for pointing that out. I'm not going to switch it around now because more than likely the threads are already going the wrong way, so basically the up travel of the arm would keep the screw tight. Yeah, I got you. As it moves it up, it's not gonna. Yeah, but I don't think that it'll stay in there. Only Losi and Techno does that. Yeah, I thought there was another one that had done it too. So I remember when I first started taking one of them apart, you're trying to back it out like normal and it wasn't doing anything. Then you realize you stripped it and you gotta go the other direction. It's back ashwards, you said. Yes, it's bass backwards. Is it just on the buggy, how the Techno short course and T, they're not like that. I don't know, I don't have those. But I think even on the truggy of this model, I traded it to OG, so I don't have it to look at, but I think it's just for the buggy and truggy. Not 100% sure though. Lotus says dirt, it's going to collect dirt in it. Use graphite dry lube if anything. Yeah, I don't have that, so I guess we're not going to lube it. No lube for you. Yeah, it would help for a bit, but yeah, it'd probably do more harm than good in the long run. I know WD-40 is bad about collecting the shit. Oh no. Yeah, maybe I played with it enough. I cleaned whatever was squeaking it, making it squeak out. But yeah, I need to get some graphite dry lube for stuff like that. Damn it. I lost my nut. Oh no. Found it. See what happens when we tighten it down. Still a little squeaky. I'm gonna go against popular opinion and put a drop on it. Oil plus dirt equals grease. Yeah, grease is good. Silver screw. Arm black on the right. Just check the 5T arms. Ah, nice. I said if you play with it long enough, good things will happen. Loose nuts, so many jokes. So many bad jokes. You won't hear it when it's running. No, but notice the performance. And really what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to put a bunch of oil on there and coat it. I'm actually going to put the oil on my finger and just kind of rub it. And then I'll wipe off all the excess. Maybe that'll help. I don't know. Yeah, I need to get some graphite dry lube for situations like this. Oh, that's nice. That's real nice. Do the same thing to this side. I mean, how much dirt and grease can it actually create with just one run? Because like I said, after this coming up weekend, we're going to strip it down and clean it. The Technology was the first engine in the blue plug was only developed by it's got Huh. Would I hate to lose my nuts? I thought your wife carried them around in her purse. Well, I guess it's technically that's not losing them. I know, that was a low blow. I'm sorry, brother. I thought it was funny, though. We went over a decade ago to develop the engine that was pure in the on-road arena. It's still nice. How many off-road engines I have a truck called VS. They sell it on AMAG. Oh. Might have to check that out. There's the bug is. You won't see that. It'll look like a clean spot. Right? It'll be alright. Yeah, I thought all that noise would be coming from like the hinge pins, but no, seems like it's coming from these ball socket joint ball ends, whatever you want to call it. I don't think I'm getting oil in there. I think I'm just rubbing it around the outside. Thank you, Travis. VS Racing. I'm gonna have to look into it. My plan is to drop in a Kyosho for Christmas as a gift to myself. I mean, that's what that other buggy over there, that was a gift to myself for Father's Day and early birthday. I just kind of combined them. I think when I originally got that 3.3, it came with that Joker body on it. That was like last year. That was part of my birthday present to myself. Ooh, that's smooth. Oh, it was smooth. Start squeaking again. Sending a new chassis for my Chuggy, but it's on backload with no expecting that. Damn, that sucks. Is it the Kyosho MP10? But it would quit squeaking if you washed it. I don't know, man. You get a bunch of water in there, and I don't think it's actually gonna. Stop. All right, just a drop. That's all we need. Just a drop. I think I got it on my finger instead of the ball joint. There we go. I see some oil on it now. No more squeaky for you. Well, you neat freak OCD people out there, don't worry, we'll get it washed. Northeast Mods, what's up? How you doing, brother? Dixon, I mean the VS racing engine, bro, already have the MP. No, I don't want the engine. No, I got you. Nick B said that he needs a new chassis. So I wasn't for sure which model. But yeah, I'm gonna look into that engine. How much was it? Or is it? Funny thing is, I've never heard of. Is it pronounced Rome? MP10T. That's what I thought. Simple green in a shower and then WD-40. The WD-40 is going to collect dirt more than anything else. Tell your mom we said hi, brother. 549 with pipe. Damn. She pricey. Chassis is 150. Holy shit. So like that block engine is techno based, but it's like a techno thing, but it's OS based. Is that VS OS based as well? Or is it something totally different? There, see? No squeaky squeaky. And no washy washy. I'm just glad that I found out where it was coming from. We'll find out if it's the same deal up in the front. Still want that Hyper 9 on eBay. I know you do, bro. The block is based off of the B2101. Yeah, so like the block is based off of the OS, but isn't it like a? Because they show it on the box for the kit for the Technos, and I thought it was like a Techno OS combined thing. Is that not true? The Northeast Mods, are you talking about the VS or the block? Sure, but if Roddy Rome has hands in it, he's not basing it off any other engine. He's the master at it. My opinion, Drake times 2 from another country. Oh, yeah. I mean, I've never heard of the guy, but that's pretty cool. This one doesn't seem to be doing it. But it's hard to actually get the oil in there and work it in. Damn, I forgot your kidneys are way overproducing on that protein, aren't they? That's crazy shit, man. That old lady had the kidney stone once. This is based off the XZB, so OS based then, for sure. Good conversation for your next live next week. Let's all do our homework on the VS racing engine. Yep, that would be good content for sure. Just looked it up. Yes, the VS Racing engine is OS based. I kind of figured for that price point, most engines that are that expensive seem to be OS based. Ooh, that's nice and smooth. This thing's going to be gliding around the track. And I am going to clean up the wheels and put some more glue down in the bead. I'm only putting them back on because when I'm done, I'm going to put it on the floor and move it around and see if there's any squeaky, or see if it, because it seemed like it was having trouble rebounding, like something was sticking on it. And if this point is what's causing it to squeak, I'm betting this might be the reason for it. I was going to get one when it first came out a few years ago, but picked up the Vega 21 instead. R2101 is the engine it is based off of. Not saying anything bad about OS, but I don't join the bandwagon for us, and it's definitely not Reds. You know, and all the guys down at the compound are, you know, they don't like Reds. And then pretty much most of them drive the OS. Not saying that means it's better. Just saying, it seems like everywhere you go, everybody's got different opinions on it. And other than this block that I'm running now, I've never had an OS. So I don't have really much input on it either way. I've had the Reds, and the Reds are badass. At least the R5R anyways. Still debating on whether or not to do like a 721. Kind of want it for my truggy. What do you guys think? Is a 721 a good engine for the truggy? All right, JP, appreciate you joining in, brother. Have a good one. It's Nitro. My body produces a much protein and calcium, two main ingredients in the stone. Yeah, sounds like you were like way overproducing that shit. Sent you a link to Tasty Bee video on it. Awesome, thank you. I do appreciate that. I will watch it. Man, I've been meaning to click on that other one that you sent me, where he tore up that back plate. I don't know. The headline said destroyed, so I'm assuming he tore it up. I have not had a chance yet. And something else you guys got to understand: when it gets close to the 4th of July, I spend a lot of time and effort getting that stuff ready as well. So I don't do as much of the RC videos in this last month and a half before the 4th. They don't last as long. See, and everybody out there say that they last longer. And then they're also really big into the Samurai, which isn't ProTech Samurai, also, excuse me, OS based. But I mean, I don't know. I only know what everybody says. Italian engines are badass engines for sure. What about FX? Now, I've never done much research on the FX. I've kind of looked at them price wise, just like wanting to get one, and yeah, the things are pricey too. I've heard good things about them. I think the first time I saw the FX was Raja 111, if I'm saying that right. And he really likes them. So yeah, as far as I'm concerned, those are good engines. I've just never come across one that, well, I've never really actually come across one other than looking at them brand new. But yeah, even an FX for that truggy. What is it? They got a 5-port and a 3-port, and I think that people are using the 5-port for the truggy. He had a tough time getting that plate off. Yeah, I need to watch it for sure. The pro drivers can't get the top name and win with them. Whoever drives better that day. Hey, yes, for sure. Loves your Novarossi engines. Yeah, I mean, I've had a couple Novarossis, and the cheap one I had was like great. Never had an issue with it. You guys have seen it on the channel. It's the pull start that I used to have in the Losi. I've just kind of got it sitting in a baggie now. It's still a good engine. Never had, I mean, it fires right up. It always runs. I never had one problem with it. But then, like, I got that Rex Legend, and that thing never wanted to run right. Seems like one air leak after another. Have no clue what's up with it, and that's why I traded it. And the guy who got it knew everything about it. It wasn't a surprise, like, oh my God, this thing's junk. So it wasn't anything like that. Those don't last as long because they're afraid because of the Drake name associated with those, but don't want to go into details. It's 5-port for the truggy, 3-port for the buggy. Yep. I mean, I really wouldn't mind getting a 5-port FX there. I've always heard them to be good engines. OS XRB 111 says Mark Garcia. Now, and Mark, are you a racer? I think somebody was telling me you're a racer, correct? With the K501 in my buggy, I get 9-minute run time on a tank. Damn, I got 8 the other day when I raced, and still leaning it out. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting one. And Mark, the reason I ask is because, just wanted to know like a racer's opinion. Like Nick B races a lot. We got his opinion. I want to see what your opinion would be as well. Yeah, nice and smooth. Mostly. Still a little squeaky, but a lot better than what it was. I know if I wash it, it'll get better. All right, Lotus, appreciate you, brother. Have a good one. Opinion on what? Just engines, race engines. And the dirt and smell and the realness of it all. Yep. Kings RC, I've seen that. I've seen the video. Was that the one with the back plate? Oh, Mark, you're not a racer? I thought somebody said you were. Maybe you just had a big collection. Somebody had mentioned you when you first popped up in here, and I thought they said you were a racer, but it's good to know. Nothing wrong with it either way. You go to the track? Yeah, I go to the track. I wouldn't consider myself a racer either. I guess you call me the guy that flops around on the track. Racer? No. I'm gonna go rinse this real quick. I'll be right back. Mark, have you ever been to the Nitro compound? His opinion on what? Just on engines. Everybody was talking about what they thought was better or not better. And for some reason, like I said, I thought that you were a racer, and I was just going to see what your thoughts on like OS to, Novarossi, whatever. I was just trying to get different opinions. Watch King's RC. That's Tasty Bees, buddy. Red's 521 combo. Yeah, I'm gonna get the piston and sleeve to put in my R5R. I mean, it's still good, but that would have a fresh one. And I really like the R5R. I've never ran the 521, but JP has it, and he loves it. I mean, I really like them all. I haven't, I haven't done like a lot of racing with them to know like the difference in them, like which one's this much stronger or that much or whatever the case is. I think they're all fun. They both love the X-ray buggies. The guys at the compound are really starting to pick up on the X-ray. That's what AJ Schumacher runs, and there's probably 3 or 4 guys there that all run it. Mark says no. It'd be cool to get everybody from the channel here to meet up there and do a bunch of racing. But I'm probably pretty far from most of you. Yeah, I agree with you guys. I like the X-Ray. I've never driven it, but I hear a lot of good things about it, and I wouldn't mind getting it. Maybe one of these days I'll save up some funds and grab it. That'd be freaking awesome. Correct me if I'm wrong. Hoodie also makes the FX engine. Yeah, that I wouldn't know. got a piece of foam somewhere here. Guess I lied, I don't have any foam. I know it's not ideal, but I use that blue shop towel and it'll help with keeping it from bouncing around anyways. So you dropping that lipo in now? Yes, sir. Yeah, coming up next week, I'll have some extra little gadgets for charging these things up. We'll do it live. Yeah, I know Protex sells that jumper, that plug that you put in for the switch. And yeah, like I said earlier, I think it was a Monday or whatever when we talked about it. That was this buggy, this 2.2 that I got. It's the first time I'd ever even seen it. Hadn't seen it in any videos. I noticed one of the guys at the track had it, and I didn't know what it was, but now I know, and it's actually pretty cool. So once again, how do you charge that in the car? You will see. It just had the Lone Star race at the dirt racetrack this weekend in Lake Paris, California. Oh, nice. Wasn't the big one in damn it, down in San Antonio? Cut the tail end of that. I'll show you in just a sec, John. Welcome to the show, brother. Weren't they just down there in damn it, Thornhill? Wasn't that like a big, huge race? Who won the nitro classes at Thornhill? I'm not 100% sure. I haven't gone through and looked at like all the standings. If anybody finds it, let us know. All right, so has everybody seen the new toy? That's my new awesomeness right there. Oh shit. I didn't even notice that Brandon threw down $2 right there along with Lotus. Brandon, if you're still on here, everybody, appreciate it. Sorry I didn't acknowledge that earlier. Thank you guys for the donations. I really do appreciate it. Every little bit helps with the, you know, with the addiction that we all have, right? The problem. I guess it can be a problem. Dakota, so Dakota Finn. Yeah, that guy's a pretty good racer. Damn, he won buggy and truggy. Damn. I'm intrigued by the Protect jumper thing. I heard parts of the conversation about. We're getting there. I got a freaking net that's. He's tempting me to kill him, but it keeps landing on my computer. Little bastard. All right. So, and this is new to me. So if I say anything wrong, anybody wants to correct me, feel free. So this is where the on-off switch goes. There is no switch. There's a jumper. And there is a actual package, a part number that comes with this kit. So that is your switch. And it sits in there pretty tight. So shouldn't have to worry about it falling out. But at the same time, I run, you know, the rubber bands on the black hair tie rubber bands on the throttle. So I don't know how new this is. I know Raja did a video of it. I look like it was like 3 or 4 years ago. I'm starting to see people actually doing this. But and then there's like a little gadget that has the power leads and the balance plug and all that shit. But we're gonna do a video on it come next week. Yeah, he is a freaking boss for sure. Yeah, John, that's what I said. Oh, wow. Yeah, like a key fob, basically. As I was talking. Oh, yeah, you're good, Nick. Never saw those. I like that. Yeah, I hadn't either until I got this. And I just picked this up on Sunday, and old boy's like, yeah, this doesn't have a switch. He's like, don't lose this jumper. This is your switch. And I was like, oh, that's sweet. And I seen another guy with this setup at the track, and he had his charger hooked up to this. And I was like, what the hell? But I didn't ask him about it. But Monday night after the show, I started doing a bunch of research. I think I got it all figured out. And when everything shows up, it should be here Friday is what it said. It's coming from A-Main. So I should have it for Monday's show. to go over the process and how you charge. So basically the battery's here and the cable is ran either, I'm assuming it goes to the switch and then from the switch to the receiver, whatever the case is. But yeah, like to take this battery out and actually charge it, you have to take all this apart because the cable is run through here. So all you do is just plug this in and presto changeo. Did you watch Raja? Yes, I did. Him and then there was a couple other people, I don't remember the names, but just talking about the stuff. And then I also, there wasn't a whole lot of information on it, but I had to Google some of this. And yeah, there's a few pieces that you need to do it, but it's all cheap, at least on eBay anyways. So I got a few things. So Protect sells the whole kit for that setup. I don't know about the whole kit, but this. I seen a package. If it wasn't Raja opening it up, I seen it like when I Googled it or on eBay. I don't remember, but it was like this switch and this jumper were in the bag, and I'm pretty sure it's all Protect. And then when I looked it up, it was saying that Protect was one of the only brands that sold this setup, so it's something to look into. Is that a techno specific thing? That I don't know. I mean, like all these switches are basically the same. You can fit the same switch in multiple vehicles. So I'm assuming this, just like when you put a new switch in and you do these screws, I'm assuming that it fits any old switch. So I can't answer that question 100%. I can only give you an assumption. Nice, it's an old racing hack to charge your onboard battery. Yes. Yeah, but I never knew you could charge through the balance lead. And then Travis was asking about it a couple different times, and I didn't understand what he was asking. But then once I saw, and I got this, and then we talked about it Monday on the show, because yeah, I was going to charge the battery, but the cable goes through, and so I was like, all right, I just need to get the rest of the pieces. But all I need to do is charge the battery, put my receiver in here, drop in the engine, should be good to go. But I don't know if you guys weren't on here the other day when I pulled this out. Look at that bad boy. The Nitro I can't even talk. The Nitro Compound. So I think there's a guy here locally that makes these specifically for, the brand that you're running, Techno. I don't know what the Army is for, if that's like a company thing. I don't know. I haven't met the guy. And it says PTK is a Protect number. So I don't know. I haven't really looked these up. But at least all I know for sure is that somebody is inscribing this, or however you say it. They're tying that into it. But and then for people that aren't familiar with this is just a quick change, quick connect, whatever. You pull your engine out with these, taking these bolts here out, and then you don't have to adjust your mesh. As long as you keep the same clutch and flywheel, you can take your engine apart, clean it, rebearing it, piston sleeve, whatever you want to do to it, and then put it back in. Yeah, because unscrewing that battery box every time's a pain. It is a pain in the butt, and at the same time, you weaken the threads, or you may accidentally over tighten it. You know what I mean? And start stripping it out. So yeah, it does suck doing that. All you need is the XT60 plug to replace the mechanical switch. The bind plug is what connects like a switch when you plug it in. Huh. Looks like an engraved Protect quick change setup. Yes. Yeah, what you said. Yeah, when I'm up here looking and talking, like I'm not seeing the comments, so sometimes we say the same things at the same time. But like this guy, he was so anal about stuff. He's like, I put screws in here to keep dirt out of it, yada yada. Like he takes really good care of his stuff. He said they only had like one track run on, and I think he said it's 10, 8, 7 on the diffs, 525 and 600 on the fluid, the shock fluids. And then I didn't ask him about the droop and the ride height, but he said it's set up for the track, so I'm gonna drop the engine in it and go see how she runs. He was saying something about you got to get the ProTech clutch to fit with this. When I put the engine in here with the Reds clutch, it seemed to fit, so I am gonna drop that in and see if I can go run it this weekend. Because I'm hoping I get my charging stuff Friday. It said it'd be here Friday. And if I don't, I'll peel it apart and get to the plug and charge it up. But keep it simple. How many wires comes off a mechanical switch? Been here every night this week. You've got me looking at technos. That's what we do. We inspire people to get shit that they don't need or they didn't know that they wanted. No, that's freaking awesome. I watched a bunch of videos by Ryan Harris, and the way he talks about this buggy and how it runs right out of the box. And then Ryan Mayfield won, was it Nationals? I don't think it was Worlds, I think it was Nationals, like right after this buggy came out, and so everybody was, everybody's been going for this buggy. But yes, I've wanted it ever since I saw it, and I couldn't believe old boy was willing to sell it. And literally for the buggy as is, I paid like $350 for it, which to me that's not bad. I mean, I paid $325 for the Mugen, and it's an older model. This is the brand new model, so I felt like it was a good deal. And then there was extra parts, and I gave him an extra $50. So I felt like it wasn't too bad of a deal. I just had to do a little saving. But all right. So what Nick asked here. Hey, I'll keep it simple. How many wires comes off a mechanical switch? Well, what kind of switch are we talking about? I mean, you're saying a mechanical switch as in like a flip switch, like a light switch in your house, right? Because most of those are just a two-pole where it's a hot and a neutral. Or actually, I'm sorry, it's not a hot and a neutral, which you have to take a neutral to the switches anymore because they use a lot of switches that light up. And so by code now we have to have a neutral there, but it's a hot in and a switch leg out and a ground. So it depends on what you're actually talking about. For a 2.2 for $350, that's a steal. Yeah, I thought it was a pretty damn good deal, bro. And the guy's, like I said, he's meticulous about it. I mean, the steering servo's not there, but it's smooth. Like I can feel that he's, the diffs are good. Like it doesn't squeak like my other one. Like every time I saw him at the track, he was over there blowing it off. So he kept it clean. And I mean, it's, you can tell it's got some runtime on it. Eventually you might need a chassis, but I mean, there's no bends in it, just scratches from the track. But yeah, I felt like it was a pretty good deal. I was happy with it. RC's on the switch. How many wires come out of it? So, I mean, ProTech housing. What do you mean ProTech housing? You mean here at the switch cover? Or which housing are you talking about? Often says 2. Well, I mean, some of them have the extra charging lead on it, so then some of them have 3. It just depends on what you got, bro. Yeah, I thought you were talking like, when you said mechanical switch, I thought you meant just like a regular light switch. He will use hypnosis on you, bro. That's some funny shit, Travis. I have the T4 out over the weekend. T4, which one's the T4? Not real familiar with it. Yeah, he acts like it's a game changer, Ryan Harris. Yeah, I watched a bunch of his videos. I actually, over the weekend, since I had 3 days off, I did a lot of watching of track or race setup and stuff like that. And yeah, he was really impressed with how it handled both the buggy and the truggy. So I have yet to run it. I can't say either way. and then I can really only compare it to the other two cars that I've been running. So I'm just going to take his word for it and hope for the best, you know? Oh, the chat, watch Raja 111 for the Switch mod. Yeah, I mean, you can make your own, but you can buy it as well. Like, I didn't want to fool, like, it was only like $10, you know, and I didn't want to fool with having to go, because, like, he had, like, the kit to where you could make multiples. You know, you got to get the crimper, the connectors, the wire, heat shrink it. Like, there's a lot of shit that goes into it, and for me, just wanting one, to me, it was just buy it. But, like, yeah, he shows you how to set it all up, and we'll go over it Monday. We're going to do that live. Show how that we hook it up, and then there's like a little charging balancing port thing that you have to get as well. And then that was $10, so literally like $20 to set this up to charge through the balance lead. What is the other connection leading off of your LiPo? Talk about this? RC8 T4. I got you, John. I was trying to pee, heard the question. Often we're struggling with those kidney stones. JW, yes, it may be a game changer, but the techno struggle at Silver State. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect by any means. And you know, most of them are pretty decent. It's all about your setup as well. But those x-rays, like the guys at the compound, you know, they were running these and now they're starting to switch over to the x-rays. So I don't mind taking their used buggies off their hands. Eventually I'd like to get an x-ray. No, the other wire. Talking about back here off my charger? Or the one that I was talking, I'm not sure what you're asking, bro. Protect clutch housing. So you're saying you need the actual Protect clutch to run it with that? Because I set the my Reds in there that has the like the Reds clutch, and it seemed to clear everything, and the flywheel lined up with the hole. So I don't know. I'm gonna try and put it in there, and if it doesn't work, then like I'm not gonna do anything if it rubs or if it doesn't. If I get it screwed in and it doesn't set right, I'm not gonna mess with it. I'm just gonna see if what I have fits. But apparently down there at the compound, they have the part that I need. So if I can't get it to fit, I'm just gonna pick it up this weekend. Yeah, LiPos have 2 leads. What oil is in the differential? So I don't know what type. I didn't ask him that, but he said he runs, or he said he just filled it up, and this is 10, 8, 7. Just completely fell off of YouTube. Who, Raja? I think I seen where somebody was saying that like his mom or somebody had passed away and he just had kind of quit, you know, or quit doing the YouTube stuff. I don't know. And if that's the case, that's sad. I'm not trying to spread rumors. I guess that is kind of spreading rumors, but I don't know. Like I said, just something I had heard, but yeah, he has some pretty cool videos. I liked watching him work on his shit. His beer to track time ratio. Must be all LiPos have 2 plugs in a balance lead. Yeah, they got the positive and the negative that feeds the, you know, that feeds the power. You always got to have a positive and a negative, and then they have this would be the balance lead. So it reads the cells, and then you can balance your cells based off of this, and the way that the computer works within the charger, it'll balance your cells for you. So I never knew this after all the years of messing around with the little bit of LiPos that I've messed with. They say that you're not supposed to put them in just like LiPo charge. You're supposed to always charge them in balance mode, and I never heard that before. So that's like something that's new to me, and I guess I've probably gotten lucky over the years, or I don't know, maybe damaged them, the cells. But of course, you always want to make sure that they are balanced. And the cool thing about this charger is it will tell you if your cells are balanced. So I always check whenever I plug it in. I always make sure that they're balanced. Yeah, I get you, Nick. 2-wire main connector and a balance lead, yes. What is the other lead on that one Addy has? Are you talking about the Protect that I put in the other buggy? Hypo charges balance charge depending on what charger you use. Well, but there is, like on this charger, I have just like a straight charge, and then I have a balance charge. And as far as I know, all chargers will have both so that you can balance it. But this guy on the video, and I don't know his name, but he was saying that you should always charge your lipos in balance mode, and I had never heard that before. Protect bell housing. Yep, thank you, sir. Oh, so when you say bell housing, you're talking about the bell itself, the bell gear. I'm trying to figure out what lead you're talking about. Yeah, I know exactly. So if you're talking about that other lipo, I have one. All right, Travis. So you're talking about these two separate leads? Because if this is what you're talking about, this here is your power. This is what feeds whatever equipment you're trying to run. And then this is your balance lead. Sorry, right there. And whatever cell you have, you'll always have like one more wire than the amount of cells you're running. Because your two outer wires basically pick up the voltage in and out. And then like this one in the middle will be in between these two cells, and then it reads both ways to make sure they're balanced. So for every stack of cells you have, you'll have another wire that goes in between each one of them, and it'll tell you the balance or the amount of voltage between each cell. And that Techno on your desk, where is the other lead going? You talking about this? Balance port off of the battery. Yeah, there's a battery in here, and the power leads run over to the switch, and then this here is the balance lead. 2S is a 3-wire, 4S is 4-wire, and so forth. 4S would be 5-wire, wouldn't it? 3S is 4-wire. It's one more wire for each cell. That's how you can tell just by looking at the balance lead. Travis says no. Sorry, brother, I'm not 100% sure what you're asking then. If you're talking about this? You're watching Monday for sure. Yeah, and for anybody that doesn't know on a LiPo charger, so here's the power, and then I can hook it up to whatever adapter, blah, blah, blah. But then all of these ports here, 2S, 3S, 4S, 5 and 6, I think, because this only goes up to 6S, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 6 cells. But so you have to plug it into here or it won't register. It will not charge your battery without that. But yeah, and if you're wondering about this, so basically, you got your wire coming in and your wire going out. And if you want to complete the connection, the circuit, you put in the jumper. So now power goes from the battery through your switch and then over to your receiver. But yeah, definitely Monday we'll go over it. Because I learned a lot of new stuff just by watching the videos on it. So you have to have your wiring will have this plug, So you have your power, and then it'll splice into the balance port. So it'll be hooked up like this, and then coming off the other end of it, it'll just have this. But there's also another piece that goes in there with it. Oh, I have to go. No, dinner time. Appreciate you, Nick. Have a good night, brother. Alrighty, guys. Anybody got any more questions or anything that they wanted to discuss with this? Or if not, we'll be back to on Monday to hopefully we'll have the engine set. Even if I got to get the Protect bell or whatever to make it work. Hopefully they have it there at the compound, and I don't have to wait for it to come in the mail. But yeah, we should have it complete. And then hopefully all the charging stuff shows up and I can make it work. That's the hope and the plan. I'll be going to the track on Monday. Hell yeah. You guys got a big race, or you just going and running with the boys? I'll be going Sunday. Thank you, Travis. Have a good night, brother. Just practicing? Hell yeah. Yeah, I need all the practice I can get. My hope is that this thing here is set up a lot better than what I've been trying to run, and I can get a feel for it and actually get some practice in, because, man, when you're all over the place and crashing, you do more walking than practicing. It's no good. But anyways, yep, I'm going to go ahead and shut it down for the night. I appreciate you guys hanging out and watching. We've got a nice crowd going on in here. Bunch of good questions and good information for everybody. So thank you very much. I will see you guys on Monday. Got the new SE Saturday. Oh, but it's too hot till Monday. I got you. Yes, sir. Northeast Mods. You guys have yourselves a good night. Have a good weekend. Enjoy. Hope you guys get to go burn some nitro. Thank you very much. Have a good night. Much love and peace.